We got stuff to do. Go, 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 go. Okay. Joey, now it's time to be mature young adults, so sit and stay.
Yes, Adam, I agree. Let's put our minds at rest and share the good news with the population.
Okay, so let's get started. Good day to you all. I am the Adam Dreger, and this is my trusty sidekick,
Joey gets fed.
Yes, that's your name. Welcome to Season 3, Episode 3 of W-EPS The Beak.
What do we have in this broadcast today, Adam?
Well, have you been keeping up with the Huskers lately?
No, and to be honest, I don't watch the Huskers.
Oh, so you're not even a fair weather fan?
Nope, I don't care if it's raining, snowy, sunny.
Not exactly what I meant, Joey, but anyhow, here's Corey Romay with the story about Husker football.
Well then, take it away, Corey.
Nothing depicts good All-America better than a family sitting around a TV with loved ones eating wonderful appetizers and watching the Huskers perform in a bowl game. However, that may not be the case this year. The Huskers have experienced quite the bumpy road this year, but some fans here at EPS are still great supporters through thick and thin. Business teacher Eric Milner feels some fans aren't fair weather fans. However, there are still those fans that are.
Most of them know they're pretty passionate. Every fan base has their fair weather fans, but compared to most, I'd say Husker fans are not fair weather fans.
Science teacher Andrew Childers believes the younger generation has a reputation of being fair weather.
I think the younger Husker fans, and I guess I would group myself in there, are more fair weather fans than the older ones. I think in general, Husker fans they're not fair weather fans. They would like it to be fair weather, I guess, all the time, but they don't give up on their team like some other people do with their teams.
When you look at coaches across the nation, everyone has their own talents they bring to the table. However, Husker coach Scott Frost is no different. Most agree that he is doing right. PE teacher Michael Becker feels Frost is doing some great things.
I think he works really hard, and he understands that it's going to take some time, and that he's trying to go about it doing the right things and trying to get the kids that are in school down there to be good people and learn how to work hard and do it the right way.
Milner believes starting fresh is difficult, but it will happen for Frost.
Long term, I like him. First couple of years have been a little rough, but I think he's learning. I'm glad he's our coach. You can tell he's passionate about Husker football, so I'm very happy with it.
Most seem to support Scott Frost. In addition, they also have their favorite all-time Husker athletes. Becker chose his player based on his name.
When I was a kid, I used to be a big Joel Makovica fan just because I thought he had a cool last name. And I grew up liking to watch Tracy Wistrom as well.
Childers chose a popular quarterback.
Ooh, that's tough. I would have to say probably Eric Crouch. He was just fun to watch. I mean, I was, in my preteen years when he was playing and teenage years, so it was just that perfect time to watch football, and he was just electric out there. He was just fun to watch.
Milner also seemed to have an interest in Crouch as well, but he couldn't leave out the GOAT.
I liked watching, Tommy Frazier was fun to watch during the 95 season. Eric Crouch was fun to watch too. There's a lot of them. Probably those two stick out in my mind though.
Some EPS students also have their favorite all-time Husker athletes.
Corey Romay. He is a great running back.
Tommy Armstrong, because you never know when he was going to do something stupid and made the game interesting. Scott Frost, because he's bad.
Luke McCaffrey, because he's better than Andrew Martinez.
Brooke Behringer, because he was a pretty good quarterback and he played with the collapsed lung.
Through the thick and thin, Husker football will forever and always hold special place in people's hearts here at EPS.
Joey, you should really start investing some time into watching the Huskers.
But,
No, Joey, you will start your training after this broadcast, but until then...
let's talk a little about our teams closer to home.
That's right, not only closer to home, but near and dear to our hearts.
The EPPJ Wolfpack.
That's right, it's time for...
Wolfpack Sports!
Fall sports are now over and winter sports are underway. Wolfpack coaches and players are ready for the upcoming winter sports season. Third-year head wrestling coach Trey Rossman believes that this year's wrestlers will do good things.
You know, I think we're gonna be all right. I think we've taken a lot of steps in terms of leadership, and I'm excited for this year going forward.
Rossman feels that the wrestlers have some strengths and weaknesses.
Strengths is that I think we got a good group of kids that are always willing to learn. They're never satisfied with where they are at the current moment. And some weaknesses, I mean, we just got to have experience. We're young, and that's going to be the biggest thing moving forward is just the experience and mat time.
Rossman feels wrestling teaches some life lessons.
Everything in life, you have to earn it, and I think wrestling is a sport that really teaches that you have to earn everything, because if you slip for just a second, you're going to get exposed in competition, and just that you have to work hard, and that's just life.
Sophomore River Romay is excited for this year's wrestling season. Romay enjoys the teamwork.
Having a lot of team bonding, we're all going to be there together and we're all going to help each other.
Romay feels that he has improved as a wrestler since last year.
Well, since last year, I didn't really have the right attitude for it, but I can tell that it's the muscle memory that I learned, because obviously I picked up from it last year and it transitions to this year, and that helps a lot.
Boys basketball is also gearing up for a full schedule. Head coach Michael Becker is excited about the season.
I'm excited to watch our younger kids, our new kids, progress and get better as the year goes on, and excited for our kids that are returning to see how they've progressed and improved from last year.
Becker believes that his team has many strengths.
I think our kids play really hard. They've shown in practice that they're willing to do the little things with a lot of effort, and so I think that will allow them to have some success and do a lot of good things based on just how hard they practice and play and try.
He does feel that the team will have some tough competition coming up.
The MVC is always tough.
I had a chance to sit down with seniors Adam Dreger and Corey Romay and talk to them about the upcoming season. What are you guys most excited for this season?
I'd have to say, I like crossing people over. Dunking is another thing I like to do, or watch. I like to use the mini hoops over here to make it sound like I'm dunking. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that.
So how would you guys describe this year's basketball team?
I would say the basketball team this year is probably going to be pretty good. I think we got some shooters, we got some playmakers, we got some people that can score pretty well, some rebounders, you got some tough guys. I think we're going to do pretty good this year.
So what motivates you guys to do better?
I'd have to say my biggest motivator is my friend, Mr. Corey Romay. You see, whenever I think of Corey, I just think of what would Corey do?
I like playing with Mullet Man over here. His mullet really just makes my abilities to play defense.
What are some goals that you'd like to meet by the end of the year?
My biggest goal, of course, is to get better every game and every practice.
What are you expecting this year in terms of games?
I hope we go over 500.
As a motivator, my goal to always step on the court or field or whatever is to always win. So in my mind, we're going to win every game, and that probably won't happen. But I have my dreams, you have your dreams, so we'll see what happens.
It's a good dream.
I like that, Mr. Romay.
Thank you, Mr. Dreger.
Very inspirational.
I got it from Gary.
If I do say Gary, the Gary Dreger.
The Gary Dreger.
Oh, okay. Well, I like the way that man thinks, because I get a lot of my thinking from him too, so surprised he hasn't taught me that.
If you need critical thinking, call us, and we will get you an appointment with Gary Dreger.
Sophomore Colton Wright is excited about the season.
I feel like we have a lot of potential and doing some great things this year.
Wright looks to improve some skills this season.
I'd like to improve upon finishing every layup.
Freshman David Dury is very excited to play high school basketball. Dury feels the season will be successful.
With the upcoming season, I feel like we're going to do a lot of good playing this year.
Throughout the season, Dury is working hard to meet personal goals that he has set for himself.
My biggest goal is being able to get up to the top with everyone else, just be able to play in some varsity games.
Girls basketball coach Randy Eisenhower is also enjoying the season.
We got a few people that we had to replace this year, but we also have 6 returning letter winners coming back. So It's going to be a season, we're going to have to find a few other kids to fill in some roles for us. But overall, I think we can be a competitive team and go out there and fight every game.
Eisenhower does have certain expectations for his girls.
Same as every year. I expect the girls to come in, starting with practices and learning from practices and getting better, making sure we go as hard as we can in the games, play as hard as we can.
Eisenhower believes that motivation is very important.
That's something I always tell the girls, they need to be motivated. I shouldn't have to at my age or at my coaching, it's the girls. They're the ones playing. They're the ones that should get motivated throughout the whole year. If you can't get motivated for a game, that's going to speak volume of how you play the rest of the year as well.
Junior Thiana Dunn feels that they will do pretty well.
I think we have a lot of potential, and I think we can do some really good things if we keep pushing it.
By the end of the year, Dunn would like to accomplish some things.
Scoring more points and being more confident on the court.
Good luck to all of the winter sport teams.
The Warriors beat the Cavaliers. Ow! What was that for?
Did you even watch it?
Of course I did. What are you talking about? I was watching the whole time while reading up a little on area sports. I think I saw my name right here. Okay, well, we have one more story and then we'll close this episode out.
Will it be our traditional ending?
What are you talking about?
Traditions.
Why are you winking at me?
I was trying for a clever segue into my story. On traditions.
Right.
Now, for the moment we have been waiting for. A story about traditions from our very own Joey Gatsford. That would be me. Traditions are an important part of daily life that many people don't want to change. Traditions at EPS have changed throughout the years, but still represent the core values that some believe in. Defining traditions can be hard, but Secretary Paula Jensen and 5th grade teacher Crystal Bohr share some of the same key points.
I would say that a tradition is something that's done repetitively, usually at a sequence, like either every quarter or every year. I think it comes from it continues on because people either liked it or because some didn't get to participate fully because they were still underclassmen, so they want it to continue so that they can do it when they're upperclassmen.
I would define traditions as something you do year after year because you enjoy doing it.
Traditions always change, but Bohr feels EPS has a lot of tradition.
From the elementary side of traditions, I would say we have started doing the decorating contests every year, like the pumpkin decorating contest and the Christmas tree decorating contest, and also all the dress-up days we do, like for Red Ribbon Week and those kinds of things, because the kids really enjoy doing those.
Senior Adam Drager agrees.
Traditions. I say the biggest one we have is homecoming and the coronation, where we have a king and a queen awarded. Usually they're seniors, and I'd say that's probably our main tradition that we have here.
While some traditions stay in place at EPS, others, while they may be fun, leave the rotation. According to Jensen, homecoming has changed over the years.
We used to have a parade for homecoming. We no longer have that. The students used to do billboards. Now they do signs in the gym. We used to have, of course, the bonfire, which kind of went away for safety reasons.
Sophomore Colton Wright recalls homecoming and an end-of-the-year tradition.
We had the homecoming parade, and we had the Eagle Olympics.
Everyone seems to have a different favorite EPS tradition.
I would say that my favorite tradition is Veterans Day program. It's been going on for years. Everyone attends. It brings both all the schools together and the community. And it's a great tradition to honor our military.
My favorite tradition was probably the Eagle Olympics. That was a lot of fun. It kind of brought people of different ages together. I did it back when I was in 5th grade. So I would be teamed up with high schoolers, and it just allowed everyone to get to know each other and brought people closer that probably would have never gotten closer without it.
I would have to say homecoming.
My favorite tradition is homecoming and how we have the pep rally with the whole school involved, both schools now, and how they do the fight song and all the activities that they get involved in.
Unfortunately, for different reasons, traditions don't always last. Some would like to see some old ones come back.
The bonfire is a huge one. I feel like it'd be a lot of fun just to get together with all your buddies, just sit by a bonfire at night, you know, just chill. I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'd like to see that one come back.
The Eagle Olympics.
Dreger feels that there are important reasons to keep traditions alive, more than just because they are traditions.
No. Traditions should only stay in place if they mean a lot to a group of people. Don't keep traditions if they don't mean anything. Because you know what? That makes a tradition mean nothing.
Jensen feels some traditions can't stay in place at EPS.
I think sometimes they either ran their course, it was of interest at that time. Maybe the people that were really interested in it have moved on and to something else, and so they're not interested. And I think sometimes a lack of workers to do the job maybe causes the tradition to go away.
While some traditions have gone and some traditions have started, traditions will always be a part of our life.
Wow, that was a very interesting story.
I tried my hardest on this, so I'm glad you loved it.
I'm very hungry and tired. Are we done yet?
No, we still have to finish out this broadcast.
Well, let's wrap this up. This has been a broadcast of the W-EPS journalism team. I am Adam Dreger, and this is my trusted sidekick,
Joey Getsfred.
Thank you for tuning in to Season 3, Episode 3 of W-EPS The Beak.
Don't forget to check out our newsletter.
And follow us on Twitter at W-EPS The Beak.
On air.
In the print. In the know.